We'll go back to World War II. And World War II ended in 1945. And there was a meeting at Bretton Woods of the major powers. Now, the United States, we were Superman. The British Empire had declined and was out of business, and we were the new guy on the block, up-and-comers. And so we went to that meeting and we said we wanted something. We wanted the dollar to be the reserve currency of the world. What that means is when other countries do trade, they have to use dollars. And that gave us a lot of power. That's what we wanted, and we got it. We promised something in return. On our honor, we promised not to inflate, not to print more money than there was gold in reserve. That meant that if you went to the bank and you gave them, whatever, $35, they would give you an ounce of gold. That was the gold standard. So we promised we would stick to it. Guess what? Did we keep our promise? No. Around 1971, people went to Richard Nixon. They said, okay, we want the gold. Well, he didn't have it. But he didn't exactly say that, because to say that would be to say we're bankrupt. He didn't say we're bankrupt. He just said we're going off the gold standard. That was August 15th, 1971. Well, you can't just go off the gold standard and have nothing, going back to Wile E. Coyote, running along and then running and falling off the cliff and running. Ah! So what Nixon did was he had to substitute something for gold, and he went to the king of Saudi Arabia. I know you have problems with some nomads and they don't like you so much. Well, we, the United States, will protect you with our military. And the king said, what do you want in return? Nixon said, I want you to go to OPEC and tell OPEC that they will only accept dollars for oil. And the king said, you got a deal. So the king of Saudi Arabia goes to OPEC. He's in charge there. OPEC goes along with it. Everybody accepts dollars for oil. We are now off the gold standard, but on the petrodollar standard. Fine, it works. Until one man says, you know something? I don't like dollars so much. I don't want to just take dollars for oil. Can you guess who that was? What member of OPEC that was? That was Saddam Hussein. And that was approximately, I believe, 1998. And look what happened to him. So that's where we are. And what is happening now is the United States is losing its status as the reserve currency even more. Iran is challenging it. And China is talking about substituting for the dollar a basket of various other currencies, including their own yuan, which I can hardly pronounce, the ruble, gold, and various other things, but not the dollar. And if we don't have that status, we ain't got nothing, because we no longer produce, we outsource all of that, and the reserve currency status was our stock in trade. That was our trump card, and we're losing it.